A very good morning to my dear students. How are you all? Hope all are fine. All enjoy your vacation, right? And now let's start our class. Today we are going to take a revision class about data frame, which we have studied in first chapter. That means Python Pandas 1. In that chapter, we studied about data frame. You know it is a data structure. Pandas provide two data structure. They are series and data frame. Today we can revise some topics of data frame. So first function is rename columns using what is a rename function? As the name implies, we can change the name of columns or rows or indexes. That means we are using user specified indices. Then we can change the name of indices by using rename function. So first we can look at example. So here there is a data frame and there is its name is GT and there are some um, marks for English, physics, chemistry, biology and IP. So here a data frame is created by using dictionary. Here data frame is created because this is the symbol for dictionary. So by using data frame pandas, how can we create data frame? Pandas object dot our dictionary. We can use list, series, anything, but in this example they are using dictionary. So pd dot data frame of dt comma we can give index as our wish. We can give index. If we don't want index, if we want the default index, then no need to specify the index, only this dt is needed. Here an index is specified by the user. So print data frame before rename. What happened? First our data frame is printed. This is the output. So first initial case this data frame is printed. Suppose we want to change the name of columns or rows. Columns means English, physics, chemistry, biology, IP as ENG, PHY, Chem, Bio, IP like that. And if you want to change the label also, the that means the row label also if you want to change, then we can change by using rename function. So this is our first data frame. Then we can look how can we rename. So our data frame is printed before rename, and if we want to change the name we have to use rename function. So data frame object dot rename, then columns, the previous columns are English, so this English is passed as the key and colon eng is passed as the value. So instead of English the column label becomes eng, instead of physics PHY, instead of chemistry CHEM, so on. So the syntax is data frame object dot rename. Then if you want to change the columns, then columns equal to inside this curly brace. That means inside the dictionary we are using both key and value. In the place of key we are using the original value of the subject, original value of the column, and in the place of value we are using the new value. So columns values are changed to ENG, PHY and so on. Suppose we want to change the index. What is the notation? Then index equal to inside curly bracket 1201, instead of 1201 Akshit is used, 1202 Bhavin is used and so on. And print df, then a new data frame is created. So in this method we can change the name of rows and columns. Simple method we are using dictionary, that means curly brace. In dictionary first we will give key. Key means the previous value, the original value, and then we will use a column. After column we will use the new value of the column or row. So this is the one method. Then rename columns using column properties. We can use column properties also. So in the it is, I think it is difficult than the previous case. Easy is rename method. So in this case we are giving The column values also, we have to specify the values of the column, so it will be difficult. In this method we can give the so this is our first data frame in which English, the value of English will be there, physics, chemistry, biology, and so on. If you want to change the name, df dot columns equal to, inside bracket, inside a list, this bracket means inside a list we are giving the new column name. So by using this also we can change the value of the column. So by using list also, so here also value is changed. Then we can use the index properties also. Index property means df dot index. We will give df dot index, and inside the bracket we are giving the values, the new values like Aman, Bhavik, Chandu, etc. So this is for row labels and the previous case is for column labels. So df dot index will change the name of row, and df dot index will change the name of row, and df dot columns will change the column name. To change the row name, not row is used. Instead of that, we will use index. Df dot. So three methods. First is rename method. Second is df dot columns and equal to sign. Then inside list we are passing new column values. And third is df dot index. Then next is head function. We all studied head function. What is head function? It is used to retrieve top rows from data frame. That means if we have a data frame which consists of values, English, physics, chemistry, and so on, the previous data frame. In this case, first data will be previous data frame and second will be new data frame. If you want to get the head function, what is the head function means? It will retrieve data from data of first rows. So if you want to print all data, then we can give print df dot head. Head is the function to retrieve all the values in a data frame. And if you want to print top 5 records, what is the record? If you want to print top 5 records, then print df dot head and equal to 4. That means it will give first 4 rows. So default by using df dot head function, first 5 rows are displayed. By using df dot head, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First 5 records or first 5 rows are displayed. So by simply giving head function, first 5 rows are displayed. And if we want to give the specified value, then inside head function what we will use? Df dot head and equal to 4. That means first 4 rows are displayed. So head function, what is the function of head function? By using head function, we can access the top rows. Default, it will access top 5 rows. If we are giving particular value, then corresponding number of rows. Now rows also known as records are displayed. And in this program, here we are using df underscore operations, means a function is called like operations. In this program they are using a function. And what is the tail function? As the name implies, it will displays the the bottom rows of the function or of the data frame. So the syntax is df dot tail. When we are displaying df dot tail, what happened? The bottom 5 rows are displayed. Default bottom 5 rows are displayed. If we want to specify the number, that means if we want to specify 3 rows, then what will we do? We will give a count df dot tail. Inside bracket we will give n equal to 3. That means the value, the last 3 rows are fetched. So this is the use of tail function. Then what is concat function? As the name implies, concatenation means we are combining 2 data frame into 1 unit. If suppose there are 2 data frame, then it will combine and form a new data frame by using concat function. pd.concat xii underscore 1 xii 2. What happened? First data frame, name is xii1, is concatenated or combined with the second data frame. So a resultant data frame contains rows and columns of the both data frame. So this is the function of concat function. That means it is used for concatenation. Then next is merge. Merge means two data frame that have some common values. That means in database system we are using, if there are some common values, then it will combine to same row. By using concat function, a new row is created. And if we are using merge function, then if the two rows of data frame contains the same value, it will appears as single. So by using merge function, what happens? The two data frames that have some common values are combined by using merge function. So by using this merge function, the one column, if suppose some column have some common data, it is merged by using merge function. So these are the functions used in data frame, some common functions. And now let's discuss some examples, objective questions. Let's discuss some objective questions. First question is, a dash function is used to display top rows from data frame. It is a head function, top and rows. Bottom rows means it will be tail function. Dash refers to passing true and false values as index in data frame. That means in index we can specify. Without specifying index, we can pass true and false by using ignore index. To pass index label, dash keyword is used to. Index label means it will denote the row. We will use the keyword index to pass the index label. By default, you can display dash number of top or bottom rows. We already studied 5. 5 rows can be displayed. Then next is some MCQ, that means multiple choice questions. Choose the correct function to rename city columns to location using rename function. So instead of city, we want to place location. For that we can use data frame object is if df dot rename of, we want to change the column. So we will use the keyword columns. If we want to change the row, then we will use index. So here we are using, we want to change the columns. So columns equal to city colon location. So instead of city, it will becomes location. Which of the following statements are correct with respect to df dot columns properties? All columns must be specified. Columns must be in the form of a list. It is false. We can use dictionary also. Old column name not required. Yes, required. Columns can be specified with column number. No. So first is true. All columns must be specified. And so columns must be in the form of a list. It is possible. Then old column name is not required. I think it is false. True. Columns can be specified with columns number. No, columns number is not needed. So 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Df.index properties can be used to df.index rename rows. Answer is rename rows, because to rename columns we are using df dot a column. To display two rows, we will supply instead of null value inside head, we are using n equal to 2. So these are the some objective questions. All of you study this concept of data frame, and we already conducted revision class for series. So let's wind up now. Thank you for listening me. Study well. Thank you.